Blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope you're all having a fantastic Monday. So we're going to be talking West Indies Breakout T20 League. Going to be zooming in on some of the top players coming out of the tournament. Once again, I will say it was very good to see, some players that we don't normally see them in the T20 format. It was good to see them getting an opportunity and showing what they are capable of. I must also say a big shout out to the players that performed well in the West Indies Championship and were able to carry on the form into this T20 format. There are quite a few of them that I believe they are pretty close to getting a look in at the next level. So, I am on the Breakout T20 League Facebook page here. I am going to be highlighting the top 5 run scorers and the top 5 wicket takers based on what they have here. So just give a listening ear, my people, and let me know your thoughts. All right, so let's start off with the batters. Right, I am on the Breakout League Facebook page, as I said, and they have top 5 most run scorers. Right, top 5 most run scorers. So let's take a look at it. At number 5, we have Alec Arthanes. Alec Arthanes representing the Windward Islands Infernos. He scored a total of 160 runs. Yes, Alec Arthanes, 160 runs. At number 4, we have the winning captain, Joshua Da Silva. He performed extremely well throughout the tournament, led his team to the title. 161 runs. So, just 1 run ahead of Alec Arthanes. And from there, we go into the 200s, right? So we have Arthanes 160, Joshua Da Silva 161. And now we are into the 200s. Joan Jeremiah. Right, Joan Jeremiah representing Windward Islands Infernos. He scored 203 runs. Congratulations to him. He also performed well in the recently concluded West Indies Championship. So it's good to see that he was able to bring over his form from the 4-day red ball tournament into this T20 league. Right, another player that was very good in the West Indies Championship also comes in at number 2, Kevlan Anderson. Kevlan Anderson representing the Guyana Rainforest Rangers. I must say congratulations to him. 227 runs. He's probably one of them players that I think he's on Darren Sammy's radar. You understand? As a coach, obviously the talent identifiers, they obviously know about him, right? He has been on the scene for a little while, and I am happy that this recently finished championship he did well, and I'm happy to see that he was able to bring over his form into this tournament. I mean, his team didn't win, but he performed extremely well. And at the top, Kofi James representing the Leeward Islands Thunder. He has always been there and thereabout in the West Indies Championship. You understand? Also in the Super 50. So it was good to see him stepping up and performing well in the Breakout T20 League. I mean, it wasn't his strongest West Indies Championship. He did his thing, but it was really good to see him just stepping out, coming into this Breakout T20 League and performing well. He finished top of the pile, 240 runs. So Leeward Islands Thunder, they were struck down by the Trinidad and Tobago Legions in the final, but Kofi James, he did his team proud throughout the tournament and finished off with the most runs. You understand? So congratulations to the players. All right, let's take a look at the bowling department now, my viewers and subscribers. We had some bowlers that did extremely well. So bowling, starting at number 5, Ryan John. Ryan John, another player that has established himself at the regional level. Usually perform. You usually can get good performance from him in the red ball tournament. you know, and it's good to see that he was able to bring over his form into this breakout league. He finished off with 9 wickets, representing the Windward Islands Infernos. Anderson Mahes, you understand, very talented player, you know, can do some work with the bat also, but he finished number 4. He finished 4th on the bowling charts. And the breakout league, they don't have all of the stats here, but we have a couple of guys with 10 wickets, so I assume it's because of, you know, the economy and strike rate and all of that. They decide who to put 4th and 3rd and all of that. So Anderson Mahes, representing Leeward Islands Thunder, he finished off with 10 wickets, performed extremely well. He's a player that, you know, prior to the breakout league, you would see him on Facebook doing a lot of work, you understand, playing a lot of T20, T10s, you know, just doing some work and working out and stuff. Navin Bidasi, he did extremely well, representing Trinidad and Tobago Legions. He finished off with 10 wickets. You know, it was good to see him in action with the ball. He also, you know, played a couple of good innings with the bat, so a nice little all-rounder there. He is at 3rd on the list. At 2nd, we have Jediah Blades, right? Jediah Blades coming out of the West Indies Championship. You know, we spoke a lot about him also. So, you know, it's really good to see that he was able to transition into this breakout T20 league and do some work for his team. So, Guyana Rainforest Rangers, Jediah Blade finishing at 2nd there with 10 wickets. So, we have 2nd, 3rd, and 4th with 10 wickets each. Ryan John in 5th with 9. So 3 guys finishing off with 10. And at the top of the pack, we have Micah Mackenzie, representing Leeward Islands Thunder. He finished off with 12 wickets. So congratulations to him, my viewers and subscribers. He did pretty well. You know, unfortunately for him, his team, you know, they weren't able to get across the line or get over the line. But he did well for himself and his team. So shout out to him. But yeah, that is pretty much it there, my viewers and subscribers. Once again, shout out to all the players that took part in the Breakout T20 League. You know, once again, shout out to CWI for coming up with this initiative. You know, we asked for a lot. Most of us diehard cricket fans, we asked for more games in West Indies Championship. We asked for more, you understand, we asked for more games. We asked for more red ball tournaments and stuff. We understand that, you know, sponsorship has a lot to do with it. You understand, players being willing to play, all of them sort of things, you know, come together to decide whether or not they will play a certain amount of red ball cricket. But you know, we have to say thanks for what we got. You know, based on how we hardly get any cricket. When we get a bit of cricket, we have to say thank you. You know, like it's begging and things like that. So, you know, shout out to CWI, shout out to all the players that performed. The players that probably didn't get what they wanted out of the tournament, you know, we're hoping that, you know, they will continue to work hard and, you know, their time will come. That is pretty much it, my people, as I take on this journey here. Big up on yourself, stay safe, bless up.